All right, let's build another airplane. I know I said I wasn't sure if I was going to build another one, but I'm totally into this book. Obviously, right? Third video. So we're going to do it. Number 8. All right, so we're going to do this one. Number 8. And it says here, winner of the Western Division. So I'll show you what we're going to do today. If you can see that. Remember, I kind of showed you a preview in the second video of airplane build. But anyway, let's do this, right? Okay, let's do this. Alright, so I took a little bit of time to draw out, as I grab my notes, took a little time to draw out the plans. The one in the book was a little hard to draw, or actually to build. So I made up, if you can see that, made up a little bit larger version of it. There's the wing brace and the elevator. So I made that, and I can show you here on the other camera. You guys can see that and that. So what I did was, and then I drew it out kind of nice. I'll have a link in the description of where you can download the PDF, and you can cut it out and follow along. There's the wing brace and the elevator. So made it a little easier for you. All right, let's get started on this. All right, let's see what we got here. So first thing you want to do is on this piece of paper right here, you want to cut this out. Cut out just the body shape. So from just the front part, from here around right to here. Leave the back side because it makes it easier to fold it. So I'm going to do that, which I already did. So if you can see with that camera right there, I'll show you. So that's what you want to do. You kind of see that? We're going to start with that. Alright, so once we get it all cut out, we're going to start with this. And let me move this book here out the way. Alright, so you should be able to see this. So we're going to start with the body first. First thing you want to do is bring up one of the corners up and over to the next corner. You can kind of see what I'm doing. And just fold it like that, like that. You can see that. And then bring the other corner back up. I know we did this in, I think it was the first video, or the first airplane build. Bring these points together. So this should look familiar, this type of fold. So you can kind of see what I did there. Then we're going to unfold it. Okay, you can see that. And unfold it. And then what I found is just you want to fold it in half now around that dotted line. So let's fold that. Like that. But then what I found was make it easier. Flip it over and then recrease that center line. So carefully just refold that, and that'll help you fold everything back together. So right there. Okay. Now, like we did before, we'll make like this little pocket. We want to bring in the edges. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Bring in the edges of this. You see that? So there's like a little piece sticking up. Show it again. This camera here. So you're just bringing that up. Like that. See that? Oops. Alright, so bring that up. Remember we pushed the center part down to form this little pocket. So you can see that. I'm going to show you on the overhead camera first. And make like this little pocket. And then right here, you can see that? Make a little pocket. Okay. Alright, now the hard part. This is a tough airplane to build. But we'll get through it. So you have a little pocket. Now, what you want to do is create a series of creases, and that's going to help you fold the next version. So what we got to do is fold. I'm going to start with the left side. So on the left, I'm going to fold this corner over right to the center line. You can see what I'm doing to the center line. Again, we're going to do an overhead shot. It'd probably be easier to see that. So we're just folding creases. That's all we're going to do. So that's folded over. Now I'm still working on that left side. And then, okay, so see I folded that point over. I'll take this little tab right here and crease it right along the center line and fold this other little left piece over, right like that. So hopefully you can see that. I'm going to show you in this camera here. So on this one here, you see, start with the left. Can you see that left side point? I fold that over to the center line, okay? And then I took this little top corner and fold that over to the center line. Okay, so we have that. So, and then the last thing you have to do on this side is fold. So again, we're all working on left side. Take that, the longer point, and fold it to the front of the tip. Again on the center line, and then open it back up. And I'll grab a pencil and highlight the. Pretty much, we're just looking for creases. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Take the right side, fold it right on the center line, like that, and then lift this corner up and over, or edge, right there, okay, and unfold all of that, and then you take this point and bring that to the center line, and like that, and open it up. Now, I'm going to highlight what we're looking for. Let me grab a pencil. Okay, so I'm going to mark here what we're looking for. We just want a reference of, if you can see this, I'm just going to highlight the crease lines that we're looking for. Another one right here. Okay, there's one right here. Another one right down here. And then we have one right here. These tip creases are probably the most important of this build. We got one right here, and then we still have the center crease. Well, the center line, I didn't crease that. You can kind of see the dashes. All right, so if you can see, I'm going to just lift this up. Can you see how I highlighted all the creases? Hopefully you can see that. Can you see? Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so what we have to do, this is kind of complicated. We have to fold, we need the diamond shape. I guess it's a diamond or like a shield shape in the middle. We need to keep that shape right there, but fold these points in. So, just bear with me here for a second. Gotta fold. So, I'm going to try to show you the best I can. So I'm going to start on the left side. Fold this little bottom part in, right? And then bring, oh, it's kind of awkward. Let's see here. Fold that in half. It's kind of like you're pinching it. Once I get it going here, I'll show you what it looks like. Fold it like that. And pinch this little corner in. And kind of fold this little point in half. Okay, there, starting to form. Can you see what I'm doing? Folding that up, and then it created that little shield-like shape, but it creates like, I don't know, we'll call it a little dog ear. Can you see that? So hopefully you can see what I did. I'm going to show you on the other camera. So you can see this edge right here. All I did was bring these little points in. Oh, I messed it up, right like that. So you kind of pinch those together. Probably easier on the overhead camera. Okay, so we did that. So there's half of it. Okay, and then we're going to do the same on the other side. So I'm just going to kind of lightly fold that out of the way. So again, we're going to bring that side up, crease that down a little bit, and it kind of pinches. I think it helps to move this around a little bit. Take that little point and kind of squeeze it together. Maybe that helps. All right, here it goes. We got the little point. We're fold it up in there. There it is. Okay, so it made these two little, let's call them dog ears, right? Two little dog ears. I'm going to show you here. You see that? Hopefully you can see that from here. You see the little dog ears sticking straight up? That's all that is. If I open it up a little bit, you can kind of see where they came from. Probably easier on the overhead camera. Okay, so that's it. We're going to fold these down, and that's how it should look when you're ready for the next step. Now we're going to fold the nose part over. So we're going to take this underside here and fold it over on itself. So let's see here. Try to find an easy way to do it. Maybe just pinch it like that. Fold it over, and I can kind of see through the paper the center line, which I'll mark it right here. It's right there. So you just want to fold to the center line, but fold this piece in half. Can you see that? Just want to go to the other camera. See how I did that? So it was like that, and I just folded this part under. So you're going to have, looks like that. That's the top part. The underside, and there's this little point with the nose point sticking out. Alright, that's the hardest part. That is done. Okay, so that's going to be our nose, and this is actually this upper part of the wing support. Alright, so that's that. So the next thing you do is, once you get this far, okay, go back up here. Once you get that far, you're going to now want to cut out the rest of this, and obviously leave the tail, but you want to cut the rest of that out. So I'm going to do that. Actually, I have one done, already cut, ready to go. So I'm going to set this down and grab this one right here. Right. So you can see now, right? Same exact like we had it. There's the nose point, right? But all I did was just cut all that part out. So there we go. All right. So, oh, I forgot to mention, you're going to need a glue stick, some type of glue stick. This is just, where did I get this? Office Max, doesn't matter. Any kind of glue stick. So we're going to need that. So I found the easiest way to do this is to form, let me put this up here. Next thing you do is form the little tubes on the end of the wingtip tubes. So let's do that. What I like to do is fold over the creases first. Fold at the crease, can you see there? Fold that over. It'll help make a sharper edge. And then fold this one back as well. And do it this way. Grab that off that way. That's going to be a reference line for the glue line. It's off a little bit. Okay, straighten that out. So and then this is just going to form, just going to loop over. Can you see right up on this one? So I just creased over the two ends of the wing. Creased right there, and then we're going to glue this up and fold it over like that. Now let's do that. I need a scrap piece of paper so I don't get glue on my bench. Right there. Okay, glue stick time. I just put a little bit of glue right to the dotted line, right to the dashed line, and a little bit on this side. Okay. And all I do is just fold that over and line up the dashed lines. There. Push it down a little bit. Should set pretty well, and then you can see what I'm doing here. See that? Like that. Get a little wingtip, and then you can kind of squish it. There it is. There's one. Should be on this one. See the little wingtip right there? So I just glued those little dash lines together, and then kind of squished it out a little bit, made it round shape. All right, let's do the other side. Again, I like to fold it over around the dotted line, and I like to fold this part over. Yeah. Making sure everything lines up pretty well. Okay, a little more glue. I should put the lid back on that glue stick. Glue right there. Put a little bit on there right behind the line. And fold it over. Line up the dash lines there. And that's it. There's our 2 wingtips done. Again, squish it. See how I'm doing that? Squish it right there. Give it a little squish. Alright, start to take shape. So we have our wingtips. And now the next thing, we're going to fold up the body and glue that together. So we're taking shape. Alright. We're going to fold the body up on the dotted line. So we're going to test fold it first. Just get that out of there so you can see. So we're going to fold it up. Line up the wing brace. So now just try to line everything up. You are folding a lot of paper up here in the front, so just take your time. But it'll fold, and then carefully work that tail together. We have to kind of help it a little bit, and there we go. Okay, show you under the camera. So it's right here, right? Just folding it. See that? Just fold it together. Just take your time, line up the wing brace. That's what that's going to be eventually. The nose, and line those up. The tail. Just do your best. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. It'll all come together. All right, let's glue that up. So that's that part. Grab my scrap piece of paper. Alright, so put some glue up on the nose. There. Okay, I glue both sides. I don't know if you have to, but I glue both sides. Now don't go up on the wing brace. Just keep it right there along the fuselage, right there. Along the dash line. Keep it right there. We're getting there. I don't know if I'm supposed to add that much glue. I don't know. Looks good to me, right? Alright, now refold it carefully. Line up the nose. Line up the tail. There we go. Readjust the nose a little bit. Get that out of there so you can see. Just got the noses off a little bit. There we go. That's it. There's that part. Right. In there. Pretty simple. Now let's start folding the wings down. Okay. Alright, so you'll see the dash line coming through the back side of the paper. Fold the wings down. Right as close as you can get to that dash line. Preferably on it, but I found it's off a little bit. I'm going to fold that wing down. And I'm going to fold this wing down. right there. Okay, and then straighten it back up. There it is. We're getting there. There it is. Okay, let's do the tail. We gotta make the little round tube part of the tail. Do the same thing on here. Pull back those. See that dashed line? There. Just going to pull back that tip a little bit. Right along the dash line. Oh, got that one off a little. Right there. And a little extra on this side. Okay. So we already have the bottom seam done. Remember when we glued that up? All we gotta do is put some glue and pinch the top of the tail together. So add some glue. Like that. And all I do is pinch it and then I push it down. I'll show you like that. Make that tube shape. Okay, there we go. You can kind of see right there. Glued the top part together, pinched it, and then pushed the little tubes out right there. There's our tube for the tail. Alright, tail's done. Alright, now I'm gonna put my cap back on there. The next thing you have to do, grab my sheet of paper here. So in the plans, I already did that one. There's 2 sheets to the PDF. The other second sheet is right here. We're gonna do we need the elevator and the wing brace. So we'll cut those out and we'll go on to the next step. I've already done that. So I have the 2 pieces right here. Wing brace and elevator. Okay, let's do it. Let's do the wing brace first. So, what I found to help line this up, fold that wing brace in half, and that'll give you a center line of where to line things up. If I can open it, there we go. So the wing brace goes right on top, and it goes right to the very edge of the support, and then it just glues down to the wingtips. Now you want to, when you glue it, okay, when you glue this plane together, try to keep the wings as level as you can. Okay, you can put a little bit of dihedral into it if you want, something like that, but I find it flies better with no dihedral, so flat wing. All right, let's add some glue. Get this on there. So I've tried different ways. I've done like glued one side first and then set it down, and I find, you know what, just put glue on the whole thing and move it around. You gotta kind of move a little quickly. Oops, that's too much glue. Something like that. Okay, just got some glue on there. And I'm gonna line that up. Center brace. Center line right there. That's off a little. Just kind of move it around. Slide it over. See that? It's a little tricky doing this. A little bit. You want to kind of just work it like that. And if you start to get the wings to, they're starting to curl up on you, push them down a little bit. And then check it. That's it. Okay. My center line's off a little bit, but that's okay. It'll still work. Fix that wingtip a little bit. See right there. Alright, so there's the brace. I glued that on. Just kind of pinch it down, right? And that's it. This wing's a little high. You can kind of push it down. It'll still fly. Right there. Alright, last part. Let's glue the tail on. Right, grab some paper here again. Scrap. Hold on a second. Gonna fold it in half. There, got it in half. And then fold the elevator back right here, right on the dash line. Fold that back. Okay, move it a little bit out of the way, get the other side. Fold it back. Okay, out of the way. Let's add some glue right to the center. Again, got the scrap paper. Just put some glue right in the center. Okay, keep it inside the dash lines. Grab your tail. See that? Just gonna stick it on there. Pinch it up over. That's it. And as you're holding it, pull the elevator down. See both sides. Oop. Pinch it right there. Show you on this camera. See that right? There's the tail. I just kind of pinched it and push that down. Oops. There it is. That's it. Plane is finished. So, winner of the Western Division. Not sure what the Western Division was back in, what was it book? 1967. I don't know, but there it is. Right, put my glue on. Glue cap on. So that's the end of it. This thing flies really, really nice. If you can kind of see, just when you fly it, just try to balance everything out. Your tail, the wings, nice and level. Oop, that wingtip, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but this wingtip is up a little bit. Just gonna twist that down. Try to get everything as level as you can. And there it is. Pretty neat plane. Hopefully you could follow along with the build. The nose is a little tricky, but hopefully I explained it enough that you can kind of see how to, not kind of, but you can definitely see how to fold it and put it together. So that's it. Cool little airplane, right? Yeah, we'll give it a test glide. Whoop, that one stalled. Seems like most of my airplanes stall. So you can add a little nose weight to it, give it a little down elevator. Just mess around with it. It's a cool airplane. It doesn't fly as well as far as like the aerobatic plane that we built in the first video or the duration airplane that we built in the second one, but still it's a very unique airplane. I haven't spent a lot of time tuning it, but I'm sure if I could sit down with it and just mess around with it, I'm sure I can get it to fly a little bit better. But really neat design, and hope you enjoyed it. Cool build. And again, pick up this copy of this book if you enjoy these builds. There it is, the Great International Paper Airplane book, right? Very cool. So that's it. That's all I got for you today. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and happy flying. So I'll see you in the next one. I'm Bill Riccio, and see you later.